Hey guys, this is Keir from rugbystrengthcoach.com. In today's video, I want to share with you a little lesson that I learned from Louie Simmons of Westside Barbell. This is an important lesson because it basically forms the foundation of all performance enhancement and all injury prevention. But applying this lesson is going to be especially useful if you're trying to rehab an injury or you've reached that stage of your career where you've started to experience plateaus in your performance and you want to continue to improve. And it also helps to explain the reason why you might have seen your friend, your training partner, or just athletes that you train, and you've noticed that although they're equal in a lot of different variables, so for example, strength, power, muscle mass, skin folds of fat composition, you're actually going to see quite big differences in their performance and how they play on the field. And this analogy explains why there are those differences and what you need to do about it to address that discrepancy and continue to improve your own performance or your athlete's performance. And the analogy goes like this. Louie Simmons said to me, imagine if I come to your house and you beat me up. Should I challenge you to a fight again the very next day? And he said the answer is obvious. The answer is no. What I need to do is go away and find out the reason that I got beaten up. And then what I need to do is go to the gym and train on that weakness again and again and again until it improves. Then I'm going to put all the pieces back together and then I'm going to come to your house and challenge you to a rematch and hopefully win. And he said to me that training is no different. Amongst all of those different variables that can help to explain your performance in a given exercise or movement or sport, so for example, strength, speed, power, muscle mass, fat mass, movement efficiency, amongst all those different variables, there is always going to be a weak link within the chain. Just like there's a reason why you get beaten up in a fight, there's going to be a reason why your performance is lower than other people around you who share an equal development amongst all of those other abilities. And just like it's your job to find that weakness and train it up so you can be a better fighter, it's your job as an athlete or strength and conditioning coach to find that weak link within the chain and to raise it up relative to the other abilities. Once you've done that, you need to put all the pieces back together and then hopefully see an improvement in performance. And the same goes for injuries. Within all of the variables that might explain why an injury has occurred, there's probably going to be one weak link within the chain. So for example, in a hamstring tear, it might be a lack of eccentric strength, or it might be a lack of movement efficiency and being able to run in a manner which minimizes the risk of a hamstring strain occurring when you sprint. It's not until you identify that weak link and address it that you're going to reduce the risk of injury happening, and you're going to reduce the likelihood of that injury happening again when you're rehabbing. So this means that effective training and effective rehab of injuries is not just a case of saying to everyone that you need to get bigger or stronger or faster or even just doing more of what you enjoy. This is why it's really important to have a focused, individualized and specific approach to training. Because unless you can identify and address those weak links within the chain, you're not going to see the improvements in performance or the reduction in injury risk that you want. So if I were you, I would try and identify as many variables as possible that are going to underpin your performance in a particular movement or ability on the field of play. Try and look at how you compare to other athletes around you of a similar level of performance. The chances are that there's going to be one aspect of that performance that you suck at compared to everybody else. And the chances are that's the reason why you're not performing better than your peers, and the only way you're going to be able to do so is by addressing that with specific training. If you can do that and focus on that specific weakness with targeted exercises and training methods, you should see an improved performance when you put all the pieces back together and test again. If you'd like more information about how to do this, you can check out the article that I wrote about my trip to Westside Barbell. And you can also check out the article I wrote about how I was able to increase my front squat by 20 kilos in 6 weeks by adopting these same principles. If you like this video, please like, subscribe and share. And if you'd like more information, go to rugbystrengthcoach.com/blog.